I can always tell when Paul comes in because it says recording in progress.
Yes. Legal notification.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, Arnold.
So were we all ready to talk about the first meeting?
I don't see why we shouldn't talk about it.
It's finally good to have it happen.
Yeah, it's on the news. They're talking about another spike coming in Austin. I thought, oh no, not another cancellation. So far, I haven't heard that.
Well, I hadn't heard about this new spike, but it
Well, I
seems
think-
sort of inevitable.
I think the big news is this Omicron B variant has overtaken Omicron, but the number of cases is still so low. It's not, it's making news because it's taken over, but it's not blowing up everything.
Right. All right. Well, that sounds good.
I think it's easy to misinterpret whatever the heck they're saying,
Well, hopefully it's not too catchy.
Yeah, well, I heard it was more contagious than the last one, Omicron or whatever we just got through.
That's what they said on the news. It's more contagious, but it's not extremely virulent. It's not too
Didn't make
bad
it too
for
sick.
people.
Yeah.
Killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that would be good.
Hey, Gary.
Oh, Gary and Paulette,
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, good.
doing good.
That email you sent a little while ago with your song attached,
Yeah.
Yes.
it didn't have a song attached.
Whoa.
Whoa. Well, let's try that again.
Try it again.
Yeah, but he's talking to me. Now you got mine, didn't you, Paul?
Yeah, I got yours.
And why'd you say hilarious? You just don't think I could do a Rolling Stones tune?
Well, we had been talking about that particular song as being inappropriate for a man of your years.
And
Oh,
it's not really
okay.
a Rolling Stones song.
The
It's
Rolling
very
Stones
old song.
older than Marty.
It was written by somebody else, but it
Right.
That
The
was,
Stones covered it.
very famous by
By
the Stones.
Right.
But the tie-in for me, Paul, is way back in my rock and roll band days. We used to play that song.
Ah.
So
So what's
That-
the song?
House
back
of the
then,
Rising Sun.
no, well, hers is maybe, but mine is "Time Is on Your
Oh,
Side"
time is on your
Okay.
side. That's a great
on my
song.
side,
Yeah.
and Paul got a chuckle out of it because time ain't on my side.
Oh, that's mean, Paul. Just because you're the baby of the group.
Vany's the
Rubbing
baby
it. Well,
of the
maybe
group.
Vany's the baby of the group, but still.
Vany's a tulip or something.
Yeah.
That
She's
looks like
not
a
really
daylily.
Vany.
I don't know what
He's
that
feeling
is.
like a tulip today. All right.
Spring.
Well, the other thing that's funny about your song choice, Marty, is that you and I have been working on the Time After Time video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my song tonight is a time song also.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Must have been time on the brain.
Yep.
really? Running out of time.
Did you get my latest email to you just a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
About that
the
song?
Audio. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. What happened was on the screen, since I only have the one audio in there, all of the rest are below my level of seeing it on my screen. And so it was down there and I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the heck's going on there? I thought you were clairvoyant. You could have gotten really some points with me for being very sensitive to the way the world works.
Well,
All the rest of you don't know what's going on, but I sent out
That's okay.
a preliminary video for the Time After Time video to Paul so he could look at it from an audio perspective and look at my video work, see if there's problems, which there usually are. But in this one, everything is playing along just fine, and Paul did some great work on the audio, and all of a sudden, this one character comes up on screen, and about that time, his voice, he's playing like all get out, so loud, and I thought, now how did Paul know to amp him up because he hadn't seen my video yet, Come to find out I had a mistaken audio in there.
Oh, well.
Well, that's why you need a sound editor and a picture editor.
Right.
That's right.
Well, it's also why you need other people to review your work because you just sort of get
Exactly.
blind to stuff.
Oh, that's
you
Yeah.
really
that's it.
do.
That's
That's
what I
really
mean.
true. Yeah.
I've listened to that song. I listen to each of those songs so many times. It's like, then when you've got a mistake built in, you just may not even realize it.
See it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Like all your
Vany.
flowers. That's a wonderful background.
You've got a lot of stuff in the background there.
Yeah, they're all made out of paper.
Cool.
Have you done all of those yourself? That's an awful lot.
I did. You know, my email is, you know what it is? It's a word without vowels, and that's what it means. Yeah. I
Oh,
realize it's.
I've never tried to figure out what your email meant, so now I know.
Where was that vowel? Okay. Vowels.
Well, it's a recording, so best not to say it out loud. Hi, Marty. Hi, Mary Jane.
Hello there.
Walter, Paulette, Gary. And I know all your names. I don't need those labels anymore. Yeah.
Just in
Hi,
case
Paul.
other new people pop up,
Well, you know, I was looking at an older one, and yeah, there are loads of other people that haven't been coming, and
Yeah,
Right,
we were
yeah.
talking about that.
I did not
But
analyze
also
exactly
people-
when they stopped, but I hope it had nothing to do with me.
I don't think so.
Someone from
Doubtful.
New York,
Yeah.
forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, Mimi quit. She felt like she had too many obligations.
Mimi, yeah.
And
Tina just disappeared.
Dina quit coming. I guess she has other things going on too, and this wasn't a
Dina.
priority for her.
Dina was there at the last Austin Uke Society thing with Bob. I remember seeing her on
Oh,
the
I
chat.
saw her
Yeah.
name pop up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last time I was on and Mimi was on, unfortunately, remember she fell asleep.
Oh,
That's right.
I was and I was just sitting like this and I was like, Paul, just cut her video, just quit her, like exit her. It didn't do anything. It just went through the whole
We were a
video.
little bit worried about her.
Well, she was just tired.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, this is, I'm guessing, all that we're going to have, because I know that Christine is in Mexico, and Gary Goble may show up late. Forgotten what he said he was doing. And Errol is attending an online workshop with Lil Rev, so he may show up late.
Wow.
Oh,
And
cool.
Barbara is late coming from Dallas, so everybody who, a lot of the people who are normally here have excuses.
Well, I was waiting for
At
a
least
quorum
they
to
have
show up to talk to him about our
Plans.
arrangement. We got word from the city of Austin that it's okay to meet in person again with and be able to not have masks on. So a few of us got together the last week or so and we're talking about, we're going to meet via Zoom tonight and next week on the 5th, but on the 12th, we're going to meet in person down at the Hancock Center. I need to clear that with the lady that runs the Hancock Center, but I'm pretty sure that's going to work out. And then, so as to not lose our long distance friends, Gary and Paulette and I met last Friday and had a mock Zoom conference, and to Paul and to Walter to see if we can have a decent looking meeting in person that can include the distance people. So I believe we're going to get it worked out. We've got a, on the 12th, we'll be down at the Hancock Center and try it live. We'll just see how it works.
Okay. Cool.
So as far as I know, we will be meeting at this, the remote people will click into the same thing they've been clicking into. And we'll be having an in-person meeting, and we've got it set up where we'll have a camera on all of us, and we'll play and do our thing in person, and then the distance people can play and do their thing, and we'll be able to watch them just like we are now. Which is, several of us will be together instead of separate.
And I have a question. Are we going to be able to project things onto a screen so we don't have to bring music stands and all that?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep. We've got a projector that Kevin Jolly used to bring to the meetings. We ended up with that.
Okay.
And so we'll project that on the wall. We'll do basically a share screen where the people in the room will be able to see the music, and the remote people will be seeing that shared screen.
Lovely. All right. I may or may not still be on my little knee walker scooter thing, so the less baggage I have to take with me, the better.
Well, I guess I should have said the remote people and the people who, for whatever reason, can't make it in person, they can still Zoom in even if they live in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to play it by ear. I'm going to see the doctor, on the 2nd of April, and he's going to tell me when I'm going to be released from all encumbrances.
Yay.
Well, I wish you well on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, me too. Yeah, I had to, my poor kitty got really, really sick, and I had no choice but to take her myself to the vet, and she didn't make it.
Oh,
But,
Brenda,
we're
we're
really
sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
well, I mean, she was terminally ill, and I knew it, but I didn't know that it was going to come so quickly. Okay. She threw a clot, and there was nothing to be done. So anyway, the upshot of it all is I had to drag myself and the scooter up the stairs and
Oh, God.
somehow get it into the car and, travel down there, and, so it can be done. It's difficult though.
Yeah, really.
So, I'm hoping that things will get easier as time progresses.
Well, on the 12th, if you decide you want to come to Hancock Center, you need help, you can coordinate with one or more of us to help you carry your stuff.
Okay, it's just a matter of hoisting the scooter out of the trunk of the car, and then gathering the purse and the ukulele. So we might need help, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope will
Well,
certainly
we're really
be
sorry to
available.
hear about your cat.
Yeah.
I know how hard that is.
Well, it's bless her heart. She just, the vet was crying about as much as I was. So she said, I can't fix her.
Yeah.
It's not fixable. You don't have a clot buster for a cat.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, don't mean to bring everybody down. Sorry.
None of us last forever, I guess.
Nope.
We've been
Our
there
last
several
dog
times.
died.
Yeah.
We knew she had a tumor, but we didn't know how close she was to death. And she died when we were on vacation.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
We had left her with a kennel place that we'd used for years, and they felt horrible, of course.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? It just happens that way
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
don't live long enough, that's for sure.
Well, let's play some music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Good idea.
Anybody have a happy cat song? A happy cat song.
Speaking of cats, I tried to open that or follow the link to the Blues Cat
Yeah?
video, and all it did was take me to a Facebook page with a bunch
Yeah,
of videos.
different
It
stuff
didn't-
on it. There wasn't
Oh.
anything specifically with cats.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
And when I finally just kept going down and down the little link stuff to try to get to something with Blues Cat, it was an excerpt from an old cartoon. Was that what you were
No,
saying?
it was just it was a guy sitting on his couch with a guitar playing a blues riff, and the cat was meowing the blues with him.
Oh, that would have been
All
great.
right. All right.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, sounds cute.
But you're
Yeah,
not missing
my cat
anything
would do that every now
earth-shattering.
and then.
We'll have to
She'd
search
do a
for that.
little bit of accompaniment.
Vany, you want to kick us off?
I send it last, so I guess. Right, I don't know how late I sent it, but
Oh, I don't know why I picked you. Just I saw that tab and said, "Oh, that sounds like as good a place as any to start."
this is track 5 of the Highwaymen. Okay, I hope I remember the beginning. Things are getting better, but right now it's not looking great. I'm gonna start over. I messed up. You can leave it right there. It's good. All right. Oh yeah. Things are getting better, but right now it's not looking great. I don't think that's right, but let me see. Maybe I'll get it. My ceiling still is spinning from a night that went too late. I'm gonna start over. Oh my God. 3rd time's a charm. I did practice. And sorry. I'm gonna mute for just a second. On mute, it was perfect. Okay. Things are getting better, but right now it's not looking great. My ceiling still is spinning from a night that went too late. I used to sleep this off and let the shame just melt away, but not for tiny feet and always calling out my name. It's not that I don't love you, I wouldn't touch the hands of time. It's not that I don't long to feel your tiny hand in mine. I'm not a perfect woman, Lord, I don't wish it all away. My name can be Mama today. Today I didn't listen to the voice inside my head. I peeled out of the driveway, left my family in bed. No, it wouldn't be easier to just quit the road and stay home. I'd lose myself inside the halls, unsatisfied and alone. Sometimes all I want is to run back to you at night. Oh, that's the wrong chord, sorry. To rock you to sleep, to keep the blues out of your eyes. I'm not the kind of woman that would throw it all away, but my name can be Mama today. I drive my mother crazy out here traveling the world, freewheeling in the city. I'm a solitary girl. I'm living in the moment, knowing there might come a day, but my name can be Mama today. It's not that I don't want to, I just don't want to today. I'm not a fan of mornings and I love my Chardonnay. Sorry, wrong chord. No, I'm not saying never, I won't wish it all away, but my name can be Mama today. Oh no, my name can be Mama today. The car that
Very nice.
That is a wonderful song, and every woman with a kid has been there. Like, no.
I was a little torn about this song because I was like, I don't have a kid. I don't feel this way necessarily. I mean, I guess I don't have a kid because I don't know, but but then I just said, I'm doing all the songs, so I'm just doing them.
That's a
And
great song.
I'm not
Speaking
making.
as someone who does have a kid, yes, that is an
Yeah.
excellent song.
I know other mamas who are like, nah, leave me alone today, but.
Yeah,
Mama
everyone
today.
has felt that way at one point or another.
Yeah,
Trust
right.
me.
Well, it's pretty known fact that most mamas are human, so they have good days, they have bad days.
Yeah. But there's something weird about that song, like it goes into a G, but you're still playing a C, and you're still singing a C, so it's confusing, like the second set of verses, and then it shifts to the G, and that's fine. Like the third set of verses, if you pull it up, I don't remember all the. That's what threw me off. But I don't know if the chords are wrong.
Well, it sounded great.
Doing something else. Hold on, I'll show it.
Well, hi, Gary.
Hi.
Oh,
Sorry I'm late.
Well, you missed a great song.
Yeah.
Just do it again for me.
I should do it over because I butchered it. But so yeah, here where it shifts to the G in the first part, not the chorus, it sounds right. But in verse, if you scroll up, if you don't mind. Yeah, so here it's D, G, D, this works, but then in verse 2 or 3, it doesn't, and it always throws me. Right here. Is this the one? Yeah, scroll up for a second, just a bit to see so you're at C, G, D, and it leaves you at D, but then you're still singing C, and it's really hard to switch. I don't know why that riff is that way, but
Oh well.
yeah. Oh well, exactly.
Well, if you don't
It
like
sounded
it,
good.
change it.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I just don't know what.
I was singing along, and I don't even know the song, but it was just so engaging.
Barry, you're totally right, and I'm not like playing exactly what they show anyways, but I'm trying to understand most of the times those notes before a verse or something help you get to where you need to be. And this one just throws you somewhere and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The mama syndrome.
Yeah, maybe.
Kid is throwing things.
Could be. Anyway, so next week will be track 6, and that's a really tough song. I've tried to play it on tough in the sense that it's really high, and I'm trying to play it with capo, and it's still not working. So you can imagine how high it is. So anyway.
Oh dear.
Thank you.
I'm sure.
Stewie.
Walter, this is your song that's up. Do you want to play it?
Yep. Here we go. I hope I'm not going to myrtleize this song, but we'll see. I'm dreaming dreams, I'm scheming schemes, I'm building castles high. They're born anew, their days are few, just like a sweet butterfly. And as the daylight is dawning, they come again in the morning. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky, then light like my dreams, they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding. I've looked everywhere. Oh, I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. When shadows creep, when I'm asleep, to lands of hope I stray. Then at daybreak, when I awake, my bluebird flutters away. Happiness, you seem so near me. Happiness, come forth and cheer me. Oh, I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then, like my dreams, they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding. I've looked everywhere. Oh, I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. Pretty bubbles in the air. Oh, I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air.
That was great, Walter.
That song is more than 100 years
I
old,
was
by the
gonna
way.
just ask how old it was. 'cause
Bravo.
It's been around
It's
forever.
from like 1897
Oh, it's a
or
lot more
something
than
like
100.
that.
Wow.
It's amazing. That was beautiful.
Well, thanks. Tried my best.
Turned out great.
You did
Did a
good.
good job.
Yeah.
You did great. You really practiced as opposed to my practice.
Well, I play it like 50 times, but then I still make mistakes. So
Yeah.
I think
that's what happened.
Very good.
You guys are a tough crowd to play. No, I'm just joking. I just messed up. Hey, what was E flat 7? What was that chord? Can I see it again?
Oh, the way I do this is, I don't know if you can see,
Yeah,
this is the way I do D7.
yeah.
So what I do is,
Didn't you say this last week as well? Did you have an E
yeah.
flat?
I did
Oh.
the same chord last week.
Oh.
I depend on this a lot.
He's doing D7 like that.
So it's a bar.
Yeah. So then it's. I forget that some songs work really well with like a strum that goes that 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 that. Just a quick strum across without anything fancy.
Yeah, I just use it sometimes as an ornament.
Right.
Different D7.
Oh.
Well, I like those little chromatic slides like that, and you use them well, and you use them pretty frequently. So I'm a little surprised if you don't do it. Anyway, that sounded great.
Well, thank you.
What's the chromatic slide? The A7 to the D7 to that? Is that what you mean?
I just meant that chord shape slides just every note in the chord slid 1/2 step from E flat 7 to D7.
Yeah, it was quite a challenge not doing it to switch from the easy D7 to the hard 4-fingered version that I was trying to play.
Hey Gary, you want to do your song?
This Gary?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary Gold.
Yeah, but unlike Walter, I didn't really practice, and I don't have 8 chords. I only have 3, so it should work, right?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm the guy who didn't marry pretty Pamela Brown, an educated, well-intentioned, good girl in our town. Wonder where I'd be today if she had loved me too. Probably be driving kids to school. I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. I've seen the lights of cities and I've been through many doors. Been to foreign countries and I've walked upon their shores. Seems the guy she married was the best part of my luck. She dug him 'cause he drove a pickup truck. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. Guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. I don't have to tell you just how beautiful she was. Everything it takes to get a guy like me in love. Lord, I hope she's happy because she sure deserves to be, especially for what she did for me. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. Oh well, the end.
And that's a great song.
Yeah, practice would have helped it.
I like that.
That's a good song for your voice and style. That sounded really good.
I have style.
Makes you wonder what happened to Pamela.
Yeah. First time I heard that, it was Leo Kottke sang it. I think it was Monty Hall
Oh,
Yes,
I-
a while back.
doing that, yeah.
Yeah, but he like crazy picking routine with it, you know.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's where I've heard it probably.
anyway, practice would have helped.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it seems like it makes things worse. Anyway.
I'll take that to heart.
That sounds really good
Not
when you're
practicing.
and then falls apart when you're performing, but anyway.
Mary Jane, you want to do your song?
Okay, I'll do In This Life.
Excellent. That's the one that came up.
Well, good. Yeah, this song is by a lady who was kind of a protege of Pete Seeger, but she wrote kind of activist type songs. And as you can see from this thing is 20 years old already anyway. It's not like it's a new song, but she wrote a couple of songs that are among my real favorites. And I think I've already done both of them here. So I thought I'd do another one by Pat Humphries. It does have a kazoo part at some point. In this life, so the sounds be strained and thin, let the voice inside me rise, and the strength be beckoned in. For the words within ring more clearly on the outside, they resound beyond the hillside. I am worthy, I am saved in this life. So my fingers try and fail, let me breathe through hollow wood, living reed, let sound prevail. For this whistler's tune shatters emptiness with sweetness, filling in the gap between us. I am worthy, I am saved. In this life I am but one of a million starving others, robbed of everything but hunger. We are prisoners together. I am one of many single voices in the silence that refuse the lies that bind us. We are worthy, we are saved.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Beautiful. What a great tune.
Yeah, it is.
Melody.
Very nice.
What a great melody.
I was trying to figure out what she's really trying to say there, and I'm not real sure. You know, I know she's an activist, and I think it might have to do with human rights and gay people's rights in particular. That's what my theory on that song. And she is a gay person, you know. She's
Well, that adds up.
yeah, I've known that ever since the first time I ever heard her sing.
Brenda, are you feeling all right? You want to play us a song?
Oh, she's muted. Brenda, sorry to hear about your cat.
You need to unmute yourself.
Oh no,
You're still muted. Look for the mute button.
Okay. This is a song that was done by two bands. It was done by Joe Cocker, and it was also done by Traffic. And I'm doing the Traffic version. Seems I gotta have a change of scene, 'cause every night I have the strangest dreams. Imprisoned by the way it should have been. Left here on my own, or so it seems. Got to leave before I start to scream. Someone took the locked door and took the key. Being alright. I'm not feeling too good myself. Feeling alright. Not feeling too good myself. Well, boy, you should took me for one big ride. And even now I sit and wonder why. And when I think of you, I start to cry. Just can't waste the time, I must keep trying. Can't stop believing in all your lies. 'Cause there's too much to go for a die. Being alright. Not feeling too good myself. Feeling alright. Feeling too good myself. Don't get too lost in all I say. It had the time I really felt the way. That was then and now it's today. Can't get over yet, so I'm here to stay. Someone comes along and takes my place. With a different name, yes, a different face. Being alright. Not feeling too good myself. Feeling alright. Not feeling too good myself. Okay, we're lost. And I think that's it. We'll just do. We'll end there.
It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that turned out
Thank you,
great.
Lydia.
that would be a challenging song.
Yeah, really.
I think the only thing you missed is the note at the bottom said repeat the chorus twice on the way out.
Well, you know, it's okay. You got the gist of it, right?
Yes.
I
was gonna
recognize
say
that song in 2 chords.
Yeah.
Gary, is that one of the kind of songs you used to play in a band?
Actually, that song came out after my band disbanded, or after I, left the band.
Yeah.
That was more of a, I think it's early 70s song.
Well, I thought it was about 1968, but
Oh, was it?
I may be wrong.
That's what I
You're
remember.
right. You're
Somewhere
right.
in that. Y'all do time better than I do. I remember kind of in that stage of life.
I think Joe Cocker put it out in like '69 or something like
Right,
that.
right.
Of that version.
Traffic may have put it out in 70 or something like that. I don't know.
No, I think the Traffic version was the original
Yeah,
one.
Traffic was
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Did John Belushi do this on Saturday Night Live?
No,
Am
that
I the
that
only one
was
that remembers that?
I don't
no.
remember that.
I think he did. Well, he did the Blues Brothers song.
Yeah, but he did some Joe Cocker stuff too, I remember. So
Well, it might
Oh,
have.
yeah, where
I
he
I
would-
did not
yeah.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would
No.
jerk all around and
himself.
fall over.
yeah.
Hope for my friends he did, like Joe Cocker.
Okay.
I was gonna
My friends.
say for beer time, Brenda, I don't have a happy cat song, but I have a happy octopus song.
Well, okay.
Same thing.
That sounds good to me.
I'll be happy to play that if you want.
Marty, you want to sing us your song?
Yeah, I can do that. Gary, while I've got the floor, Gary, I want to let you know that you missed the part where we explained what we're going to be doing here in the future. They're opening up a Hancock Center where we used to meet,
Uh-huh.
and we'll be meeting a week from not this coming week or Tuesday, but the week after, the 12th. We'll be meeting down at Hancock Center, but we've worked on a deal where, assuming their Wi-Fi is strong enough, we'll set up a Zoom meeting there, and we'll be able to include all the non-Austin people in that, or people who can't make it for one reason or another. They can Zoom in. So that's what we're
That's
planning
the
to do.
week after next.
Yep,
That's not the next meeting, but the following meeting.
correct.
Yeah, April 12th.
Are we meeting at Oscar Blues next Tuesday?
No, we've decided to not meet at all to Oscar Blues
Okay.
because of this change where they're letting us go to the Hancock Center. So
All right.
we didn't want to lose the continuity of people on the Zoom world. So,
Yeah.
and on the 12th, we'll be Zooming with anybody that can't physically be at the Hancock Center. And we did several of us got together last Friday and did a little Zoom test, and it seemed to work okay. Assuming the Wi-Fi works down where we're going, I think it will be good.
All right. Well, thanks for filling me in. I appreciate it.
I'm glad that you're keeping me and others like me in mind.
Yeah.
We couldn't
didn't want to
lose you, Vany.
We didn't want to lose Vany and Errol and
Errol.
some of the others. And then Christine is out in
Yeah, for Christine in Dripping Springs. That'd be
Dripping
an
Springs.
awful
That's a
hard
drive.
Yeah,
So
especially in traffic.
You know, I said to her last week that we missed her, and that was she okay with the tornadoes? And she wrote back and she goes, "What's that about the tomatoes?" Like, I don't know if that was a typo on my part or her part.
I love it. I love it.
okay, now this is a song that I used to do when I was in a band years ago, right out of high school, and it was written by somebody else, but and released in 1963, and the Rolling Stones took it and made it into one of their songs in 1964, and of course it was a big hit for them. So, and Paul pointed out that this is not good for me because time is not on my side like it was back then. But anyway, here we go. Time is on my side. I gotta stop and get where I can hear myself. Sorry. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time on my side. Yes, it is. Now you always say you wanna be free, but you'll come running back. You'll come running back. You'll come running back to me. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. You're searching for a good time. time. Just wait and see. You'll come running back. You'll come running back. You'll come running back to me. Go ahead. Go ahead and light up the town. Baby, do everything your heart desires. I'll always be around. And you know I know, like I told you so many times before, you're gonna come back. Cause I know you're gonna come back knocking, yeah, knocking at my door. Time, time, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time, time, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Cause I got the real love, the kind that you need. You'll come running back. You'll come running back. You'll come running back. Me. Time, time, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time, time, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time, time, time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time, time, time is on my side. Yes, it is.
Yay!
All right, Marty.
Wow, Marty.
Nice,
Without Mick Jagger.
nice riff.
Nice little riff in the middle there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
little
like
solo
that.
was great.
Very riffy.
Y'all maybe not have been able to see it, but my headphones were falling off and I was struggling. How do I do that? That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
There you go.
We thought you were just rocking out, you know.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, you didn't know he was gonna do that riff. See, now it all makes sense.
Yeah, that sounded great.
Thank you.
Is anybody not gone but me? Barbara's here.
haven't.
Barbara, you want to do your song?
Paulette and Gary haven't either.
Oh, right. Yes. All right. Let's do that one.
Barbara popped
Lost
up
it.
for a
Yeah, where's Barbara?
I don't see Barbara.
You
Well,
said Barbara's here?
her name popped up and then it went away, so she never completely connected.
Oh.
So maybe she'll be here in a minute.
Maybe she had better sense.
Maybe.
Well, continuing the Rolling Stones sort
this
of.
is
but
the
this
Animals.
not
The Animals.
No, this is not. This is the traditional pre-Animals one. But anyway, we're
Ah,
sort of still bickering about that.
Yeah, which version we're doing.
Okay,
So.
go for it.
Okay, wait a minute. We got to start our.
Thought I
thing
did
there.
already. Okay.
Okay. All right, here goes.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor girl. And God, I know I'm one.
You forget.
Go, go, go.
Go.
My mother was a tailor. She sewed not to do what I have done. She'll spend her life in sin and misery, 'neath the sign of the rising sun. I got one foot on the platform and the other on the train. Well, I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor girl. And God, I know I'm one.
God, it sounded better in practice.
Oh
Hey, that was great.
Wow.
There's several versions of that, but that
Oh, yeah.
reminds me of the Nina Simone version.
Yeah. It's an old song.
Yeah.
Y'all did a great job on that.
Oh,
Thank
well.
you.
That sounded great.
I kept screwing up and I looked at the chords and I started playing guitar chords. And it's just like, it wasn't working.
Well, oh well.
How do you do that?
They bothered to drown you out.
Hey, Gary, how do you do that? A minor to C to D to F. What are,
Oh, it's just.
can you
it's-
show your fingers there?
yeah, it's
there you
just
go.
like-
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
All right,
Wow.
good.
it's the
That's what I
same
thought,
position
yeah.
all the way up.
That's a great way to do it because you really get that rising sound.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It sounded great.
And your solo was awesome too. I don't know what is it called when like the note goes up like that and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bending it.
Yeah.
Bending it. I was
Really
screaming.
good
I was
on
like,
the
whoa.
Oh, well.
It was
Sometimes a lot.
That would be a fun one to play in person
Yeah. It would
where
be.
everybody
Yeah.
could be rocking to it.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, makes me think of something else on our new way of doing things. You know, we've pretty much been waiting till the last minute and popping a song over to Paul.
Oh yeah.
We're going to ask, if you can, to give us, 3 or 4 days
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Let's call it 3 days.
So if what we want to do is get it where we can have it in our possession and have it put into the format where we can put it up on the big screen
Okay.
at the Hancock Center. And then that way we'll still be able to share the screen the same way we've been, but because we'll all be traveling down to the Hancock Center and setting up everything and all that stuff, we need a little more time in between to get the songs put into the system.
Tell Barbara what we're doing because I don't think she heard all of that.
Oh, Barbara,
Hey, Barbara.
you're right behind my camera. I didn't know you were here.
Well, yeah, if you don't mind catching me up, it sounds like we're going back there then.
I don't mind at all. It can't be said enough. We're going back in person. Yay!
Good.
We're going to meet next week. We've abandoned all discussion relating to. We had previously talked about going to Oscar Blues.
Yeah,
That's off the table. We're not doing that now.
okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to meet in person. In Zoom next week, next Tuesday on the 5th. But the following week, on the 12th, we're meeting at Hancock Center, and we will be having a projector on the wall. We've got Kevin's old projector. We're going to put it on the wall like we used to when we were meeting in person, And we're also going to be setting up a Zoom meeting for anybody that can't physically get to the Hancock Center. They'll be able to Zoom in. And we tried it out as a practice run last week, latter part of last week, and seemed to work great. It's going to, the only difference is instead of like Paulette and Gary right now are 2 people there, there'll be however many are at Hancock Center, and everybody else will be just the same. It'll be a Zoom meeting.
Marty, what time are we going to meet? I don't think we ever specified that.
It's the same as we've always met,
Same,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
I suggest we need to get down there like 6:30 and get things set up.
Yes,
But
Right.
yes.
the meeting will start at 7, same as normal.
Anyway,
You
excuse
guys-
me, I've got to go. So
Oh,
Walter.
take care, Walter.
See you, Walter.
you guys next week.
Easy.
You're welcome.
See you later.
So you guys need any map help for the Hancock Center?
Now we're scratching the Oscar Blues map.
No,
Yeah.
it was a joke. No, but I did have a question. Like here, because of the format of Zoom, we're all having to say, it's sort of like an open mic. When you meet, is it gonna change or?
Well, that's what we're proposing we do is we
Yeah.
don't change.
Oh,
I bring my song
Still bring your songs, Vany.
and it'll be put on the screen. We'll all play my song, and then a little bit later we'll play your song. And then Gary
Oh,
and Paulette will
got
have on the screen their song. And in fact, I think we'll even have to get to the point where at the Hancock Center, when it's my turn to play, I'll be in front of the camera. And
Mhm.
when it's Gary and
Oh.
Paulette's time to play, they'll be in front of the camera.
oh, got
So
it.
it's going to still, I think, be very similar to what we're doing there. We're trying to keep it where all the remote people can still have a good time.
A good time will be had.
We might have some songs that we play,
Together.
like we were talking about maybe playing Happy Trails at the end of the meeting. just-
Well, even the songs that are,
Yeah.
when we're all together there, the people that are in the room will be seeing the song and everybody there can be playing. I'm not at all saying we're not going to play together. Everybody
No,
that's
no,
in the
but I-
room will be playing together.
You've
but-
got some people that need to practice a whole lot. And even when they do practice a whole lot, they screw up. So,
Oh, Gary.
following somebody's song that you've never heard is kind of,
Yeah.
it's hard. So you,
Well, in keeping with that, we had talked about, the way we did it when Kevin was around and before the pandemic, he would put the songs up there and we'd play them 2 times through a lot of times in that same evening. And then we'd play them 2 or 3 weeks later again. So I'm anticipating what we'll end up doing is taking our songs that we bring and play them a little more than we've been playing them.
It'll give people more of an opportunity to learn some new songs. These one time and it's done things, it's hard to learn unless you go out of your way to play it on your own.
Yeah.
Are we going to pick a song or something so that eventually before Austin Ukulele Society we play it, or?
That's what we did
Be fun.
before, and I think that's a good idea. We'll play it for open mic at some point.
Broken mic.
No, open.
broken mic. I like
I was trying to say open mic, but it may be broken mic. Of course, that's going to be an in-person thing only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be hard not to play along with whoever's soloing, when we're together.
Oh, and that's what.
No, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, we're going to keep doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, like on Paulette and Gary's song, House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
I would anticipate they'd be in front of the camera and they're kind of leading it, but we're all playing.
We're all
That's
back.
part-
Well, Marty, the only problem I see with that is at home I can play a C chord all the way through, and
Yeah.
nobody knows the difference.
Well, that's.
So I mean, I've got to learn some of these other chords now, or what?
Yeah, I got to learn an E and a B.
Let me show you the Z chord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get good at the Z chord. You can't go wrong.
Oh, okay, thank you. I feel
So
better.
actually, with everyone playing slightly different versions, that's what makes the whole thing sound really nice together.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. I was just kidding. I actually know 2 or 3 chords. I'm good, thank you.
We may, and we also may have some growing pains. We got to kind of wing it and see how it goes and be adaptable. And this is kind of like life itself. Got to be kind of ready to go with the
Gotta be
flow.
flexible.
Go with the flow.
Oh, it's gonna be good playing in person. I mean, you guys already did it with the other group, so.
What I'd suggest is we all meet a little bit early, we smoke a joint, and then go in.
There
Yeah,
we
that
go.
sounds really good. Yeah.
Oh, you hang like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Vany, how you tonight, sweetheart?
Wow, just the one puff. That's
That's all it'd take for me.
It's
How
potent stuff down
long
here.
is it going to last? It seems like it used to last till 8:30.
Yeah, I think that's about what we're talking about.
That's what we're planning. And so
And
there's
then-
not going to really be a happy hour portion. It's just going to
Not-
be 7 to 8:30, and then
Any of
maybe
us that
somebody
want to
will
go to the Brutorium
Brutorium.
and do it like we did, we can still do that.
Actually, that's what I meant to ask you. Do you think you'll have more people in person than what we're seeing in the group here?
I doubt it. I don't know. What do you think, Paul and Paulette and Gary? And
I mean,
I don't
there's-
think we will at first, but maybe we will draw people in.
yeah,
There are some people who don't care for the Zoom thing. Like Robert Wren was totally consistent going to Hancock Center, and he kind of
Yeah.
dropped out of
well,
the-
I need to make sure and get a hold of
That
him.
was
And
the other thing I was going to ask. How are we going to notify everybody that isn't here tonight or hasn't been coming?
I vote that we get Paulette to put out an email to everybody she can find. Everybody, all in favor?
Paul's the one that's got all the information.
You ask the question, you get the answer.
Ay, ay, ay.
Let that be a lesson.
I don't know. We have a pretty extensive mailing list.
Yeah.
I guess we ought to put together a nice note that says, here's what's happening.
Yeah, that seems like a good thing to do.
Well, I don't mind writing the note, but I don't have the distribution list, so I'll send it
Oh,
to Paul.
well, Cool. We'll write the note and
yeah.
email it to Paul and he'll put it out. How's that
I
sound?
will do that.
You notice that I didn't do anything in that.
Well, you're
Well, so-
speaking to Hancock Center.
Yeah.
So isn't it the same, like those two groups or something that we always get in our email, the Tug and the, I mean,
Lamar.
isn't that
Aka.
Lamar, and would that be the distribution group right there? If she just used those addresses, Paul?
Well, unless you belong to those, all three lists, then it'll just
Yeah.
bounce.
Oh,
Right.
So
Okay.
We would
you
just
can
send it
send,
to
like if you're on
Tug.
the Baca list, you can send to Baca, but you can't send to Lamar if you're not on the Lamar list.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
most people
Even
are on
if
just
we-
one list.
oh, okay, all right.
Even if we respond all to yours, it only goes to the Tug group.
Or whichever group you belong to, yeah.
Well, yeah, me, I'm guessing I'm in the Tug group.
You are, yeah. All the people who've been added in the last 2 years are in the Tug group.
But you know, there's no bounce notice on the other groups. I've never noticed.
I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how it works.
Oh yeah.
But and I don't actually know for a fact that I'm telling you the truth when it doesn't give you a bounce notice. But
Gary,
That-
do
that
you
seems
have
to
a
be the way it
beverage
works.
to hold up
Yes.
there? I think it's time for us to get a beverage and
wait,
take a 5-minute break and come.
We haven't
Oh,
heard.
wait, we hadn't heard,
Oh,
heard
Paul
Paul.
hasn't
And
sung.
Barbara hasn't either.
That-
so
No,
let
I don't
her
have
and
that.
Paul.
Oh, that's the reason why I'm advocating we go before Paul goes.
Wow. Those barbs are coming right back at you, Paul.
Wait,
man, he hits back
I'm sorry,
hard.
Paul.
Man, it's like Will Smith or something there.
Whoa, I was
Yeah,
wondering
I'm gonna
if
go up there
someone
and
would
slap
say-
you.
Ooh, don't do that.
yeah.
Sorry. Put your beer down, Gary.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do. Won't you find them? I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. Whoops. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do. Won't you find them? I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
Wow, very nice.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Love that. So
Well, what are most of the chords in that?
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me anymore. It's all muscle memory. It's like a D minor thing.
Okay.
D minor, there's a G minor.
Thought I was hearing a G in there too.
There's a G minor, I think.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
there is a G minor.
This is what I usually play. Nope, did it work?
There's a D minor, and then a D minor major 7, and then a D minor,
E minor 7, maybe?
that looks like an F, but I think it's really a D minor 6. No, that's D minor 6. G minor. I guess that's basically it. And there's like
Beautiful.
a F sharp major 7, F sharp minor 7, I think that is. And there's a
I've never
D.
played that.
Well, Barbara, did you have something?
Well, thank you. I had sent something in, but I actually didn't have a chance to practice it. So I
It doesn't
will.
matter. None of us have practiced
You're
either.
welcome to the group, Barbara.
Well, this. It wasn't one of my usual 3-chord songs, unfortunately, that I could just do. It has like, I don't know, 10 to 12
Wow.
chords in it.
It just keeps
Well,
going.
what you could do if you wanted to is we could go get our beverage of choice, and then it'd be beer hour, and you can do anything you want to in the beer time.
And you're going to sound even better.
Yeah, but see, the problem is I'm not much of a drinker, and I would actually need to drink a couple drinks myself first before playing. So I mean, that's where it kind of falls down. But I appreciate it. You can look forward to it some other time, I'm sure.
There you go.
next week.
Thank you.
What song was it that has 12 chords in it?
Well, it's T for 2, and every couple of lines, it's like two new chords, So it's a short song, and it's anyway.
It sounds like you're really wanting to sing it.
Well, if you want a beverage, go for it.
No, that's all right. Well, so I'll just tell y'all. So Morgan's sister has cancer, and she's in Dallas. And we've been going back and forth between Dallas a lot, and we just got back today. And early this week, I thought, oh yeah, no problem. I've got my song I'm going to practice. It's like not. So anyway, that's my situation, but I'll just wait if you don't mind.
No
And,
problem.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
There's no obligation to play ever.
Oh, well, you can't get rid of me that easy, Marty.
I don't mean you specifically. The whole group. This is a non-pressure group.
Right. My book group is called the No Guilt Book Group.
Oh,
you
really?
come to the meetings even if you haven't read the book. So this can
Wow.
be the No Guilt Uke group.
There you go.
I've never heard of a no guilt book group. Those are tough groups.
It's a good group.
That's great. That's why I quit the book group. Never finished the book. And Paul, were you just picking like 4, 3, 2, 1, or were you doing something else?
I was playing some of these dozen chords that Barbara sent in. I happen to have the music. We can look at it during the beer hour. I got to go get a beer.
Oh, I meant your song, but yeah, it can be.
My song. I thought you meant while I was muted just now.
No.
What was your question?
What was your strumming picking pattern? Was it?
Oh, it was. So that one started on the D, and then the thumb.
Wow. Okay. More complicated than I thought.
And then, there's a walk down I was trying to play. So those first 3 chords, you start with your index finger, and then you start with your thumb after that.
I have a lot to practice. Even what Gary did was quite unique. It was.
Oh, and then after that it goes to the G minor, and so I start on the G for that next chord. And then you do that little thing. And then the walk down repeats or something like it.
So you're shifting your starting point, but then you're just strumming all the.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just which string is the first one. It sort of emphasizes.
That tends to be the accent or something, right?
Yeah, it kind of emphasizes, and it emphasizes the change, because in all these, the only thing the first note that I pick is the only thing that's changed from one chord to the next.
Oh, right. So you're picking out that, yeah, I see. Thank you.
Sure.
I won't keep you from your beer no more.
I'll be right back. It won't be long.
Gary and Paulette, Gary, do you know you have a cat on your...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's my buddy.
This is the nice kitty. This is the polite kitty as compared to the wild man kitty.
The other kitty
you have
nice kitty, but he's
the
wild.
black cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Crazy Eddie.
Crazy Eddie. If you have a name like Eddie, it's Crazy Eddie.
Yeah.
Right.
I think. I've known a few Crazy Eddies.
Paulette, I was going to tell you that the book club that I belong to is of the same category as yours. Like you don't have to read the book.
Yeah. Usually I read them, but sometimes we used to have a rule that you had to have read the book before you recommended the book, because every August we get together and pick books for the coming year. And that's not the rule anymore. And so sometimes people pick books that are like, nobody wants to read this book.
Sounds like it's time to reinstate the old rule.
Yeah.
Well, I tried, but they wouldn't listen to me. And even though I've been in the book group for 11, 12 years now, I'm still the newest member.
Oh.
These people all met when they had little kids, in school together. And
Oh.
so, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Once a year they have a co-ed meeting and bring their husbands or significant others along. And so I read most of the book this last time, but it was that Forget the Alamo book. And it was interesting.
The significant others have to read the book too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them do.
Yeah.
But
Vany, what's the temperature there in New York now?
It's cold. It was 27 this morning.
Oh.
Wow. It's warm here.
We have the AC on now.
That
Those are
jacaranda.
the real flowers, Paul? Are you demonstrating that we have flowers?
Yes, I am. since it's 20
the
degrees.
bluebonnets.
Is that a
Blue
mountain
bonnet.
laurel?
This is a mountain laurel.
Oh,
Mountain
mountain
laurel,
laurel.
mountain
Okay,
laurel,
yeah, we've
yeah.
got a lot of mountain
Our
laurel.
mountain laurels went nuts. You walk out of the house to get the paper and you get hit by grape soda smell.
I love the grape soda
Amazing.
smell of the
Yeah, I do
mountain
too.
laurel.
I do too.
This is a good year for them. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
All over.
That's a
yeah.
pretty color. We
Mhm.
have a tree in India. I mean, it goes everywhere in parts of Africa. It's called jacaranda, and it has
Yeah,
Oh,
flowers that color, maybe a shade lighter, like a lilac,
yeah.
and but no fragrance, just
Yeah.
pretty colors.
These have a really strong smell, and on a good year when there are lots of blooms, you'll be walking across a parking lot, and it's like, where is that coming from? It smells just like a grape soda.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's some strong
It
old
is,
fashioned.
it is. It's very strong.
Well, Mary Jane, does your song have alcohol in it this time?
It does.
All right.
Uh-huh.
You're good at picking drinking songs or songs that at least
About
reference alcohol.
Yeah, well, this one I've done before, but it's been a long time. It's, I think, all the way back to November 2020. I think it's quite some time ago. But it is a kind of a joyous sort of a song. It's snappy, like a listening song. Oh,
What
and
is it?
it's kind of about the evils of drink, where what you can get yourself in big trouble just because you want to drink. This guy doesn't even actually drink anything in the whole course of the song, but he gets in trouble.
What does Quare Bungle mean?
A Quare, Bungle, rye. I think rye is a type of whiskey.
Yeah.
But Quare, Bungle, I've never seen a definition for it. And I think it might be just kind of maybe a made up nonsense thing. But it will unfold. It will come to have meaning as the song unfolds.
Oh, okay.
Now Jack was a sailor who roamed on the town, and he met with a damsel who skipped up and down. Said the damsel to Jack as she passed him by, would you care for to purchase some Quare, Bungle, rye, roddy, rye? Oh, the little rye, roddy, rye, roddy, rye. Thought Jack to himself, now what can this be but the finest of whiskey from far Germany, smuggled up in a basket and sold on the sly, and the name that it goes by is Quare, Bungle, rye, roddy, rye. Oh, the little rye, roddy, rye, roddy, rye. He gave her a pound and he thought nothing strange. She said, hold on me basket while I run for your change. Jack looked in the basket and a baby did spy. Oh, be quarter, said Jack, this is Quare, Bungle, rye, roddy, rye. Oh, the little rye, roddy, rye, roddy, rye. To get the child christened was Jack's first intent, and to get the child christened to the parson he went. Said the parson to Jack, what will he go by? Me dad now, said Jack, call him Quare, Bungle, rye, roddy, rye. Oh, the little rye, roddy, rye, roddy, rye. Said the parson to Jack, that's a very queer name. Says Jack to the parson, it's a queer way he came. Smuggled up in a basket and sold on the sly, and the name that he'll go by is Quare, Bungle, rye, roddy, rye. Oh, the little rye, roddy, rye, roddy, rye. Come all you young sailors who roam on the town, beware of those damsels who skip up and down. Take a look in their baskets as they pass you by, or else they might sell you some Quare, Bungle, rye, roddy, rye. Oh, the little rye, roddy, rye, roddy, rye.
There you go.
Really short, unlike some of these drinking songs.
I didn't realize I was such a good straight man for that. Asking that question.
Yeah, the question, we still don't really know what it means, but it winds up being the name of the kid.
I bet it's not a kind of rye.
Yeah, well, I think that's why Jack thought it was whiskey, just because it said rye. I don't think he'd ever heard of Quare Bungle either.
A strange bundle of a baby. Where?
Brenda, you want to do your other song?
Oh, is this Brenda? We can't hear her.
Yeah, Brenda, you need.
Okay, I'm finally here. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Okay, this is sort of a Beach Boys song. We'll see what we can do here. Okay, now I am going to be playing, instead of G, D minor, G, G7, D minor, G7, because try as I might, I could not manage to do G, D minor, G at all. So we're gonna just do a little artistic license and go from there. All right, here we go. And I'm going to skip over the intro there. Little Red Uke, you don't know what I got. Little Red Uke, you don't know what I got. Well, I got a uke, babe, so don't put me down. She's the neatest little uke in all the town. When the song comes along, then I don't have to try, 'cause I can play three chords so I can get by. She's my little red uke, uke. You don't know what I got. Little Red Uke, you don't know what I got. Just a little red uke with nylon strings. When I plug it like a star, and she really swings. She cost $20, but I got no regrets. I've lowered the saddles and followed the fret. She's my little red uke, uke. You don't know what I got. Little red uke, you don't know what I got. She's got a great little sound and a string singing tune. When I play by the light of the silver moon. And if it ain't enough to make you flip in the bed, she'll sound even better when I fit the kilos. So one of you, baby, join your fun. You can even join a club for a uke appreciation. You can pick up ukuleles and various hues, some yellow, some pink, and all sorts of blues. Or get a little red uke. Now you know what I got. Little red uke, you don't know what I got. My little red uke. Now you know what I got. Little red uke, you don't know what I got. Little red uke, now you know what I got. Little red uke, now you know what I got. And that's the end of that.
That was great.
That was great.
That's great.
Well,
Where'd
it
you
was
find
a
that?
valiant effort. Let's put it that way.
Where'd you find that, Brenda?
If you go to Oz Because and just put in spoofs in the search bar there, you will get all sorts of fun little songs.
All right, I need to do that.
Yeah, that's great advice. I hadn't thought of doing that.
We've done a couple, but we did ourselves.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a second song? Oh, did you send me?
I did. I sent it. This is a fun song about an octopus.
I just didn't know I had it. Here it is. Hold on a second.
And it's a kid's song, and it's about an octopus and his socks. And so if you wanted, like, every time we sing it 4 times, because he's got 4 pairs, and you can change the color of the socks. So I have colors of the socks, but it's kind of fun in a group, like somebody shouts out a fun color.
All right, cool. That looks like fun.
So if anyone wants to, when we get, so the first time I'll sing it with purple, and then someone can just shout out a color when we get to that point.
Is that big enough for y'all to read on your screens?
It's good for me. I don't know
Yeah,
about.
we can see
Yeah,
it.
we can see it.
Okay, cool.
Just barely.
Barely.
It's hard to see the cards, but the rest of the print looks good.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, it's written in pencil. That's why. Okay. I saw an octopus on the rocks, dancing about in purple socks. He had a funny hat on his head, and this is what he said. Everybody's smiling on Octopus Island. Fish are all jumping, we got nothing to lose. No one's ever crying, the birds are all flying. Now I can't find two of my shoes. I saw an octopus on the rocks, dancing around in yellow socks. Thank you. He had a funny hat on his head, and this is what he said. Everybody's smiling on Octopus Island. The fish are all jumping, we got nothing to lose. No one's ever crying, the birds are all flying. Now I can't find four of my shoes. Okay, third color coming up. I saw an octopus on the rocks, dancing around in
Rainbow
socks. He had a funny hat on his head. This is what he said. Everybody's smiling on Octopus Island. Fish are all jumping, got nothing to lose. No one's ever crying, the birds are all flying. Now I can't find six of my shoes. Woo! I saw an octopus on the rocks, dancing around in chartreuse socks. He had a funny hat on his head. This is what he said. Everybody's smiling on Octopus Island. Fish are all jumping, we got nothing to lose. No one's ever crying, the birds are all flying. Now I can't find all 8 of my shoes. Thank you.
All right.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Excellent. Great.
Chartreuse, yeah.
Hey,
Well, we needed
it's personal
something a little
choice.
spookier.
Is that the same as puce?
No.
That
Yeah, I
goes
don't know.
with pomegranate.
Pomegranate's a good
Did
one.
you shout that out, Marty? Did I miss that?
I said
Pomegranate?
pomegranate goes with puce.
Okay. What's the difference between pomegranate and puce?
Man, I don't know.
Puce is sort of a
Inquiring
green
minds need to
purple.
know these things.
Pomegranate's more red.
Okay.
Paul is gonna search and share.
Yes, he is.
Never
I
heard of
know
the word
already.
puce before.
You never heard
It's
of
not
that?
not a pretty sounding color.
No, I haven't either. I haven't heard of it either, I hate to say.
I don't know what color that is actually.
I know like red and
Purple.
blue, green.
Red and blue.
I know
There
yellow.
was some study done. that
Orange,
really
can we add
identified
orange?
about
Add
6
orange.
colors.
Yeah, there's no
Women
sign
can
in
see
it,
all
but
these
it's
different in-between shades like chartreuse and puce, but men see purple and red and maybe
6
yellow.
colors. That means the primary and the secondary
primaries
colors.
are good on the primary color.
Primaries and secondaries.
Well,
Okay.
it's an ugly
Okay,
color.
here it is from the Oracle of all knowledge. Puce is an earthy, pale pink that comes from mixing purple, pink, white, and brown.
I'm
Name
Okay.
is here's the interesting fact. Its name comes from the French word for flea.
Oh,
Flea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my definition says it's a dark red or purple brown color,
Yeah.
a brownish purple or dark reddish brown, according to Wikipedia.
This is puce.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you can have puce green, which is a whole nother color.
It's like baby blank green.
Ah.
Oh, my gosh. Juice, not
Why? Wait, that's awful to have the flea next to it.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
This thing that says the color is said to be the color of bloodstains on linen or
Ah.
bed sheets, even after being laundered from a flea's dropping.
Oh my God!
no.
So that's how it got
Taking
to
a
be.
turn for the
Wasn't
worse. Oh my
It's in a
God!
nice
Thanks for
color.
clearing that up, Marty.
Good.
I don't think we're gonna forget what puce is now.
Make the
Ew.
flea go away. Make the flea go away.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Oh my God!
The things you learn at Tug.
Yeah.
I can see now why I've never heard of it. I can see. Pretty clear.
I was trying to show. I have a whole bunch of colors here. I was trying
Oh,
to
wow.
find.
Nice.
Lovely.
I was trying to
Nice.
find. I'm not even gonna say the word anymore.
Yeah,
That's
it's not even
that's
No,
a
let's
word.
never say,
Yeah.
well, let's never speak of this again.
Thanks, Brenda.
Is there a Pantone color number for that?
Oh, probably.
Let's just forget it. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
We've got
Perfidious.
so many other colors to choose from. Oh
There
my.
you go.
Yeah, like
Pick another
green
color.
and yellow.
How about
Yeah.
just regular old pink?
Pink.
How about that?
Pink is good. Pink is good.
Yeah.
So, Vany, you've made all of those flowers, so clearly you are an origami expert. Those are pretty.
Expert is, putting it a little higher than what. So you gotta know, like none of these are my creations. I folded them, but
Somebody else invented them.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
sort of like the songs we're singing when we. So I
Yeah,
like.
but being able to fold them is pretty amazing. Okay.
Really? It's quite a
Actually,
Yeah.
But
I
it's
could
Wow.
not do that ever.
It's sort of like anything, you practice and. So I've been folding many years.
I just
Yeah, the weird part is that came from a completely white piece of paper.
Exactly. And this one was, a bug that exists in Antarctica that when you crush
Yeah.
it,
There you go.
and this is a centipede in South America that when you kiss it, this is what the oozes out.
And now it comes a prince.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
The thing I like about this beer art hour is we also get little art lesson in biology.
right. You
and-
learn about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
There is another color that's similar to the other color we're not going to talk about, and it's red. It came from what's it called? It's from Oaxaca. The
Cochineal?
cochineal. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of red.
Well, it's a bug, and
It's another bug color.
Yeah.
It's another
Squish
bug
it and
color.
it,
Oh, good.
it makes this intense bright red that you couldn't get any other way. So it was incredibly valuable. They
Yeah.
take it
Really?
back to Spain
Okay.
to make,
Wow.
the cardinal's robes.
yeah, that's why royalty and
Yeah.
papacy and all of that have these red robes that
Wow.
it's so hard to make that color. It
You
comes
need a
from the
lot of bugs.
cochineal. Are you
Now,
still on? Are you still on the
Purple
other
had some
color,
kind of
Paul?
Well, Gary
Purple
was
had some
asking
kind
for
of
the
difficulty
Pantone
in
number, so
making-
I guess he's going to paint a room or something.
Oh God, no!
No, he's not.
Please, no!
Not-
And I hope it's not this room, Gary, so we don't.
No.
You can
You
paint
can
the
paint
whole rest
some
of the
other
house,
room.
just not this room,
Just not this one.
or just not that one wall that we see.
Well, we'll put it up
Really?
on the green.
Well, we
screen.
see many walls
There
there,
you go. We
so
could do lots of
Didn't
different ones on the green screen.
didn't purple have some kind of difficult dye to
Oh, yeah,
get? That's why
purple,
they did it in
yeah.
royalty.
Right. And indigo.
indigo is really hard. I don't know about purple, but yeah, it may have a similar provenance.
Indigo came from a plant, though, right?
Yeah.
Indigo is blue.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
Very
saw a
dark
ton
blue.
of.
and when
Food indigo.
When
It's
you
like an
dye it,
indigo
it doesn't
blue.
look indigo. You have to like treat it and then it
Yeah,
becomes
right.
indigo.
Like blue jeans, indigo blue.
We
The
saw
old
a lot of
traditional
that
new
dye
ones.
being made in Thailand. I think that was
Wow.
indigo. It was blue anyway.
Oh, it was blue before it got treated?
I don't know. I just saw things being dyed with blue.
I saw something in some documentary somewhere where they were dyeing something and it looked kind of green in the mix, but you pull it out and dry it out and it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
Okay. Well, we've got the scoop on purple here.
Aha.
The
Thank you,
reason for
Brenda.
purple's regal reputation comes down to a simple case of supply and demand.
Yeah.
For centuries, the purple dye trade was centered in the ancient Phoenician city of Tyre in modern-day Lebanon.
Indian purple.
The Phoenicians' Tyrian purple came from a species of sea snail now known as
Another bug.
Balonus brandaris, and it was so exceedingly rare that it became worth its weight in gold.
That's what
Wow.
they say about cochineal
It
as
took
well.
250,000 mollusks to yield just 1 ounce of usable dye.
Wow.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yep. Hard on the snails.
Yeah, pretty hard on the snails too. Yeah.
Too funny.
Well, it was royal purple because if you were a commoner and you were found with it, you would be put to death.
Well, you couldn't afford it
You
anyway.
couldn't afford it to
Right.
begin with.
Yeah.
That meant you stole it from some rich guy.
Yeah, right.
So that's the reason why you need to be put to death.
Right. The Roman emperors forbid their citizens from wearing purple clothing under penalty of death. Wow.
The ultimate penalty.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay.
Wouldn't they think how they would feel if they were put into this world right now, from then? So many
Yeah.
colors now.
Well,
Right.
and all
Make your
these
head hurt. Yeah.
woven and machine knitted fabrics are like super cheap,
Yeah.
We all wear clothes that were just not even available way back and don't think two things about it.
I often think about the luxuries we have, just common people. I drive around in a car that's air conditioned and very comfortable, and think about, George Washington didn't get to be that comfortable.
No.
You don't have to go that far back. There are loads of countries that don't have it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, you could have all the money in the world and you weren't that comfortable because the technology wasn't there.
What's crazy and ironic is, there's a lot of wealth disparity in places like India, and the inequality, index is growing, even in this country. But in India, you may have a great house and a great car, but then when you leave the comfort of your house, you're still having to deal with an infrastructure that can't meet the city's requirements and traffic. So you're not immune to any of that. No, I mean, ultimately you just be flying from place like a helicopter, but if you're living in a city, that's not always possible. So
Well, it's like us. When we go out, we have to deal with the politics.
it's in the air.
It gets you every time you get out.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about today when we were on I-35, they Interstate 35, they have these displays about like the Chisholm Trail and all that. If you stop at the tech rest stops, and so I read something about the cattle drives, and then of course there were some of these big trucks passing us that were carrying the cattle. So so these cattle, do you think now this is kind of a joke, but it's kind of not. I mean, is it better for them to like walk hundreds of miles like in a cattle drive or ride in one of these trucks at like 75 miles an hour in these like little pens? I'm like,
they all end up in the same place.
And their death is much quicker.
That's right. Well,
from the truck.
I mean, it's just fascinating to think, okay, this is like a improvement, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, the steaks
I don't think
are better.
we're trying to improve the cattle's lives generally. That's
Steaks are tough if
unfortunately.
you make them walk 1,000 miles before you eat them. So
Yeah, you have to put them into feedlots and
They lose weight if they have to, if they don't get a whole lot of grass on the way.
And what about the guys who drive the trucks? I mean, now they just sit there, right? Was it better for the guys to be on their horses and get an exercise out there, or do you think they'd like being in air-conditioned trucks better?
I'm guessing that
they'd
the
like to be
lifespan was
in
higher for the
trucks.
truck driver than the cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of back to music, that song Chicken Truck, Chicken Truck. Have y'all heard that song?
no.
It's Chicken Truck, don't you just love it, Chicken Truck. And he was about I'm on Highway 75. He's following the chicken truck, and he says the hens are squawking and the roosters are gawking and the feathers are flying. Chicken truck, chicken truck. A little bit later in the song, it's like I pulled up beside him and he had a box of Colonel Sanders on his dashboard, and he was throwing bones out, chicken bones. He's driving like all get out. He can't get around.
Hilarious.
There's songs about every conceivable
Everything.
topic in the world.
That is true.
Well, so do I need to play Ghost Chickens in the Sky again?
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
Play it. You got it available?
I gotta
Yeah.
find it. Just a minute.
Sound like a good thing to do. Sound like a good beer hour song.
Goodbye song.
Okay, give me a second here.
I usually sing the original Ghost Riders in the Sky. But
Well, you can
Those
certainly
chickens have gotta be
do
good,
that
though.
if you want to. What I have is Ghost Chickens in the Sky.
I have it here,
while,
Brenda.
while Brenda's looking for it, I just wanted to show you the background of the flower.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about earlier?
No,
Doesn't-
no. This ain't cochineal. This is what when I turn off my camera, you see.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the
Oh.
Indian tulip tree or the African tulip tree.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it just one last thing before Brenda goes. This is what the tree looks like.
Wow.
Wow.
High up on the top are these blossoms, and you only see how pretty they are when they fall to the ground.
Wow.
You have it in your file somewhere.
Yes, or I just got it from Oz because.
Yeah, could you pull that up?
Sure, just 1 second. It's almost ready.
Oh, does the auto scroll feature, is that part of this program that you do, or?
The auto scroll is part of the Adobe Acrobat.
Oh,
It'll auto scroll any PDF.
got it.
A chicken farmer took a walk out. Okay, I gotta find the tune here. Give me a minute. Chicken farmer took a walk out. Chicken
On his
farmer
farm one day.
On his farm one day. He passed along the coop as he went along his way. And all the clouds around him and hit him in the eye. It was a sight he dreaded. Ghost chickens in the sky. Ghost chickens in the sky. He'd been a chicken farmer since he was 24. Working for the colonel for 30 years or more. Killing all the chickens and sending them to fry. And now they want revenge. Those chickens in the sky. Those chickens in the sky. I'm skipping the interludes. Their beaks were black and shiny, their eyes were blazing red. They didn't have no feathers, those chickens all were dead. Oops. They picked the farmer up and he died by the farm. They cooked him extra crispy and served him with coleslaw. Big finish here. Pork And there it is.
Nice.
I like that squawk squawk line there.
Oh, my favorite
Yeah,
is the
well,
coleslaw.
it's not-
Yeah,
it's
served
not-
with coleslaw. That was
Got him
You know?
crispy, fried him nice and crispy.
And served him with coleslaw.
The crispy
Yeah.
was great, but the coleslaw is like really puts the top on that line. Is really
Yeah,
good.
puts it right there. Yes.
Is there an Austin place that does that? Like the best crispy chicken with coleslaw?
What was that?
Is there an Austin place that has the best crispy chicken with coleslaw?
Popeyes.
I like Popeyes, the
Popeyes.
best.
But that's not Austin.
No, it's not.
Well, you know, there's a bunch of chicken restaurants, but I haven't
Lucy's.
sampled
Lucy's.
them enough to really tell you which one is the
Yeah.
best. The one that
like-
I like that's available, that's right down the street from me, is Popeyes.
I like Popeyes too.
They have
No.
good red beans and rice too,
Lucy's
Yes,
is
they
the
do.
one that's not a chain. That's
and
really
biscuits.
good.
A
Yeah.
Popeyes biscuit, beans and
The
rice.
biscuits are great.
Man, those people know how to make a
Pretty good.
biscuit.
I have not had any of that. I've not been to a Popeyes.
They don't have Popeyes in Manhattan?
No, they do. I just never been.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to go.
Get the crispy. Don't bother with the regular. Okay, get the spicy. Get the-
Spicy, you mean?
Oh, hot
Oh,
sauce,
crispy.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, don't bother with the regular.
You have to like spicy food a little bit.
Yeah.
Do I?
what,
She's Indian.
what are
She
you
has
talking
to like
about, Marty?
spicy food.
I know.
They almost invented spicy food.
Well, I mean, I made a mistake and got the regular with and not the spicy, and it was terrible. The
Yeah.
Wait a
spicy.
minute, there was another chain that used to make really good biscuits. Like, was it Hardee's? Wasn't there a Hardee's or something?
Red Lobster
Uh,
made some really good cheese biscuits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Red
I never
Lobster
went
make
to a Red
really good biscuits. The food is for crap, but the biscuits are great.
I remember, I think it was Hardee's.
I don't think
Is
I've
it-
ever had a Hardee's biscuit.
No, never.
Hardees.
I ordered some chicken at a Popeyes one time. She says, "You want it crispy or regular?" And I said, "Why did I come here? Regular.
What is
I mean,
the
spicy."
All right.
Yeah, spicy.
Oh, the regular is not about the crispiness, it's about the spice.
Well,
It's,
they're both
it's about the spice.
they both
Yeah.
have about the same crispiness, I think.
Yeah, they both the same amount of crispy, but the spicy is better.
But if you get it without the spicy, it's just fried chicken.
Yeah,
It's not Popeyes fried chicken.
right.
Is it like real chicken or is it a
Oh,
compound?
it's
No, it's real chicken.
It's
They
real-
also have tenders, which manufactured chicken meat.
Okay, the
but-
tenders are not real. Okay.
no.
Tenders are not real, but
There's
Oh,
your
you order a
Thought they
a
were.
breast and a wing, it'll be a breast and a wing.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wow.
The dark meat is better.
Depends on your
Okay.
perspective. I like the white meat better.
Okay, well, okay.
But if you
We'll
want a
agree to
real
disagree.
Southern fried chicken, Lucy's on Burn It.
Lucy's on Burn It, Scott.
Is Lucy still open?
I think
What?
that they
I think
closed
it's-
that one.
I thought they
Really?
did.
I'm pretty sure they closed that one.
Last time I was by there, it sure looked like it was closed.
Bye,
Oh,
Barbara.
that's too bad.
See you,
Bye,
Barbara.
Barbara.
Yes.
See you, Barbara. Well,
Have
that's
you
too
been
bad.
to